Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Order Blocks Trading Group. Here we trade the markets using the order blocks, market structure and institutional order flow. We like to keep things simple here. The forex market is hard enough, so guys, please don't make it any harder. Alright, and if you are new here, please consider subscribing right away and hit the notification bell icon so that anytime we post a new video, you'll be notified about it. And if you enjoy this content, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, comment and share with your friends and families. Alright guys, with that being said, let me wish you the best of the season. Compliments of the season, guys. We are in a festive mood now, and I expect that you should take this time to go over your mistakes in trading. Try to refine your trading abilities, right? Or your trading method, all right? We are going into a completely new year. You need to fashion out new system on how to approach the market, all right? Now, in this episode, I just want to present to you a bonus for being supportive all this while. I want to present to you a bonus for this Christmas season, all right? And this is going to be the best order block strategy that you as a beginner out there, you can really trade with and make good money in 2022, all right? Even if you are an experienced trader, you could use this and fine-tune it to your trading style, all right? It can fetch you, very good risk to reward when you master it, all right? So this topic is best order block strategy for beginners in 2022. Best order block trading strategy for beginners in 2022, all right? Now, for you to really master this strategy that I want to show to you, this is a banger, guys. For you to master this strategy, there are certain rules that you must always observe, right? At the Order Blocks Trading Group, we trade rule-based system, all right? And so every of our strategy, we use rules to define our strategy, all right? So there are 4 rules if you must trade this strategy successfully in 2022, guys. 4 rules. Now, number 1 rule is that you must wait for a break of structure, or what you can call a breakout. All right? Wait for a break of structure, or what the standard retail method we call a breakout. After that, identify your high and your low. Very important. Very, very important. Identify your high and your low. All right? Let me say that again. The first rule is make sure you wait for a break of structure. 2, identify your high. After the break of structure, identify your high and your low. All right? Number 3, that break of structure must be with a candle body close, not a wick, not a candle wick. Must be with a candle body close. All right? That's what we consider here at Order Blocks Trading Group as a break of structure. All right? So, and then the 4th rule, after you have marked out your break of structure, your high and your low, right? Then you sit on your hands and wait for price to return to that, your OB. Your OB, your order block, is always the last opposite candle before the break of structure. The last opposite candle before the break of structure, guys. All right? Don't forget that. Okay. So when you mark out your order block, you sit on your hands and wait for price to return to that your order block, from where you will take price to the intended direction. All right? So let me show you some examples. Now, what I mean by that is this. Let me show you in the diagram. Now, here is an uptrend. All right? Here is an uptrend. Now, here is a break of structure. All right? Here is a break of structure. And here is your high. And here is your low. All right? Now, remember in our previous videos, we said this, around this place, there will be an OB sitting there. All right? An OB will be sitting there. So you are waiting for price to come from the high into that your OB, and then you take the trade, higher in the case of an uptrend. Now, in the case of a downtrend, it's exactly the same. Price coming like this, all right? It broke structure here. Now, remember there will be an OB sitting here. So you are waiting for price to go back to that OB and then drop. Very simple, but powerful strategy. Very simple, but powerful. Do you understand, guys? Very, very simple, but powerful. All right? So I want you to take note of that very well. Now, let me show you on the charts. Now, take a look, guys. Here is the chart of Euro USD, H4 time frame. Now, the first thing, I forgot to mention this other rule. The next rule, another rule that you must follow, very important, is that you must identify your bias, your directional bias, using the daily time frame. You can also use the H4, but I prefer the daily time frame. All right? Use the daily time frame to determine your directional bias. Very important, because whatever that you want to do must be in line with the trend. Very, very important. I forgot to mention that. So take that very seriously. All right? So now, let me show you this example. As you can see, price has been making broke structure here. Can you see? It broke this structure here to the downside. Now, broke this structure again to the downside. What does that tell you? It tells you that we are now in a downtrend. It tells you that this previous uptrend is over, and that we are now in a new trend, which is a bearish trend, right? Once you identify that, you wait for a break of structure. This is your break of structure here, guys. If you don't know how to identify your break of structure, then watch our video on Market Structure Simplified. It will help you a lot. All right? So this is your break of structure. I said, wait for a break of structure with a body close, not a wick, and then identify your high. This is your high, guy. This is your high. And here is your low. Very simple strategy. Very simple strategy. And then here is the last opposite candle before this break of structure. Is this blue candle here. Can you see? Alright? That's your OB. So you mark that out as your OB and wait for price to return to it, and look at how price fare when price returned to it. Can you see that? Very simple strategy. You can make tons and tons of money using this strategy. All right? So let's check for another example. All right? Let's look for GBP USD. Let's check for another example. All right? Now, take a look. I said, first rule, bias, your directional bias. You must get your directional bias right. Look at it. Look at, market is breaking the lows to the downside, but respecting the highs. What does that tell you? It tells you we are in a downtrend. All right? And then I said, after you have identified the directional bias, wait for a break of structure. Here is a break of structure here. This horizontal line you are seeing is a break of structure. Can you see that, guys? And I said, identify your high and low. This is your high, isn't it? And here is your low here. Can you see it, guys? Here is your low. All right? Now, I said the last opposite candle before the break of structure is your order block. So this blue candle here is your order block. You mark it out and wait for price to return to it. And as you can see, price now return to it to the T and drop. Can you see that, guys? Very simple strategy. Now, the next example is this one too. You can imagine how much you would have made just trading this alone. All right? Now, here is another break of structure. Can you see? Break of structure. Where is your high? This is your high, guys. And here is your low. All right? Where is your order block? The last opposite candle before the break of structure is this blue candle here. You mark it out and you wait for price to return to it and drop. Can you see that? Very, very simple and straightforward strategy. It's just that you must obey the rules. Number one rule is that you must determine your directional bias using the higher time frame, like the daily time frame or H4. All right? Number two rule is that you want to wait for a break of structure. That break of structure must be with a body candle close, not with a wick. All right? And number three is that you identify your high and your low, and then mark out your OB. Wait for price to return to your OB, and then you strike. All right? Now, let's see if we can get one more example. I don't intend to make this video long. I want to make it very, very short, but very powerful. All right? Now, here is another one. Euro GBP. Euro GBP. Take a look. What is the directional bias? As you can see, we are in a bearish move. All right? We are in a bearish move. So here, once you identify your directional bias, you wait for a break of structure. Break of structure with a body close, a candle body close, right? And identify your high. Where is your high? This is your high here. And here is your low. All right? Here is your high and here is your low. All right? Once you have identified your high and your low, what do? You mark out the last opposite candle before the break of structure. Right? This is the source of this break. All right? Not this one. This is the source of this break of structure. Can you see that? Now, you mark that out as your OB, and then you wait for price to return to it, and then look at how it fell. Can you see, guys? Very, very simple but powerful. It's a banger, guys. It's a banger. Now, you may be asking, but this is a daily time frame. I cannot be waiting for it. Well, you can refine your OB to your lower time frame. All right? Refine your OB to lower time frame. Right? And then you can now decide to take confirmation entries from your lower time frame. If you don't know about confirmation entries, I will leave the link below. We have a video on order blocks confirmation entries. Check it out. I will leave the link in the description below. Just check it out. It's as simple as that. All right? So guys, that is all about this video. I hope you enjoyed it, right? I see you in the new year.